Hi, Jason Baker here with Rise Real Estate. I hope you're having an awesome morning. Today is Tuesday, the 8th of November. Last time I checked, it is voting day. I just wanted to let you know I vote for you, okay? With all of the division and everything else going on. Holy cow. But right now, I wanted to talk to you today about the Fed rise, the rise in the Fed rate. They just raised rates last week, another 3/4 of a point. So what does that mean for you, the home buyer, the home seller? It's the fourth time they've done that. Here's the good and bad news. No BS, as always. That's what you get from us here at the Jason Baker team. My team and I are standing by to answer any questions that you have. But look, the bad news is that for every 1% rise in interest rate, now we've gone from 3 to 7. Okay, for every 1% rise in interest rates, the buyer loses 10% of their buying power, which ultimately will lead to reduction in pricing. Now it went from 3 to 7. Okay, it removes approximately on a $700,000 house, approximately $70,000 worth of buying power, which will ultimately lead to price reductions, which we're already seeing across the market, but also lower sales prices. Okay, so another example of this is we had a client who was approved for 800,000, and 4 or 5 months ago, they locked in everything else. Couldn't find a house because the inventory was down around 60 in Missoula County, and not much better in Ravalli County. Well, so then they got super excited because now there's 260 to 280 homes on the market right now across the Missoula and Ravalli County. Each county has that many. It's like, well, yeah, I can go look. And then they went and got reapproved, and now they're at 7% on that, right? I mean, whoa. So it's gone up 4%. So they were approved for 800. Now they're only approved for 507. So that's so that's going to start correlating into lower sales prices. But here's the thing, there's a little bit of time. So the good news is, so that's bad news. The good news is there's a little bit of time for you sellers before that starts to show up in our MLS and data. Because, yeah, it's happening right now, and these lower sale price closings are starting to happen for sure. And especially where sellers are losing money is there's no more of this $100,000 over asking. That stuff that's gonzo. Okay, that is a thing of the past, something we'll read about in the history books. So again, 800 to 507, and so what do you do if you're a seller? Well, if you're not planning on living in your house for the next 4 to 6 years, and that's what the economists say. I don't know. I've been in real estate for quite a long time now, and I've been through. This is my third major shift that I've seen. Realistically, I don't know if our price is going to be this high, what they are today, in 4 to 6 years. I probably think it's 7 to 8, maybe 7 to 9 years from now. But let's say everything is amazing, and in 4 to 6 years, your house is worth what it is now. Are you prepared to hang out there for that long? If the answer is no, it would be an indicator that you should start looking at the sales process. If the answer is yes, I don't have to sell. I was just dipping my toe in the market to see if I could get $1 billion. Like the kind of sort of want to people, you should wait. Now you're hearing a salesperson say, you should wait. Well, I'm also an advisor. Okay, I like to think of myself like that as well. Okay, who are some other people that shouldn't sell right now? Again, when are you ever going to hear a salesperson? I'm taking my glasses off now. It must be getting serious. When have you ever heard a salesperson say, if you have a 3% interest rate, you should potentially consider renting that house out versus selling it, right? Or staying in that house that's a 3% interest rate rather than going a 7 or 8% interest rate. Okay. Now, I personally just purchased a property using a wonderful technique called a rate buy down. So I bought a second home in Dillon, Montana, where my wife would let me live there. It's too far from Costco, but where I live in the Bitterroot Valley is too far from Costco. But anyhow, I digress. She has a little Onyx map pin. She drops it. She only lets me get so far from there. And my wife will watch this, so sorry, honey. But anyhow, the fact is that. We just bought, we're not going to stop buying investment properties and purchase properties and things like that because of interest rates, because I understand two things. Number one, I'm going to be able to refinance down the road. And number two, at a lower interest rate. Number two, property values always go up over time. So I'm not slowing down anything that I'm doing personally. We did something called the 3-1 buy down. We had the seller pay. We negotiated that, and you can do the same thing. We paid we paid 3 points as a $250,000 sale price, almost that. So $7,500 went to the bank, and the bank gave us a 2% lower interest rate. So we went from 799 because it's an investment property down to 599 is where we ended up closing at for $7,500. Well, saving us close to $500 a month. So for us, that was a no-brainer because I don't know, after 13, 14, 15 months, which we plan on holding the house forever, God forbid something, everything stays good, where we're not forced to sell it, that for us, that was a no-brainer because we don't think short-term, we think long-term, right? And that's how, when I was younger, I thought short-term. But anyway, I digress. So the fact of the matter is now that I have to start reading the notes again, put these on, you get older, you get blind. I think I'm going to have bifocals, going forward. But anyway, we want you to understand how important it is financially for your family or for yourself, okay? How important it is to track your equity. So here's our offer, okay? We're human beings and we like to help other human beings, myself and my team. We are not selfish. We are not right now. We are long-term planners and we are long-term relationship people. None of this fly-by-night car sales crap here, okay? So the fact is, there is a way that you can start tracking your equity that we can help provide you, and there's no cost for it. And we're not going to call and wear you out. We're not selling your name to the furniture store so they can send you, 30% off coupons. It stays right here. Nobody else gets it, okay? We wouldn't do that anyway, never have. And you can go to the link below and click on that, and that'll prompt and fill in that form, and it'll give you some goofy like tax assessed value, like wild range that's not like how would that computer know if your house is gutted or completely remodeled? It wouldn't know. So there's no possible way you could expect that would be accurate. In a million years, it could never know what your house actually is. In a million years, okay? So the fact is, once you do that, what it does is it tells me and my team that you're interested in something more, and then we'll go do it. And there is zero cost, no obligation. Gosh, that sounds so salesy. It drives me crazy. But people are scared of being sold for some reason, and I'm not selling anything. We actually literally are happy to do that research for you. Admittedly, it takes us 5 or 10 minutes. It's not the end of the world. All we got left in the world is each other. So if we can help you understand what your house is worth, just tell us. Phil, go on down there. I already have your email, obviously. So it's all like, what else am I going to get? So the fact of the matter is you can fill that out, an address, and then that'll tell us you want us to reach out to you. And if we reach out to you and you're like, I don't want you to reach out for you, just say, Jason, stop calling. You know what I mean? It's not like we're going to wear you out or anything. So anyways, that's the thing. Don't fall for those computer-generated values, and then we're happy to do it. Additionally, we can send you sold comps on a weekly or biweekly or monthly basis, or every other month or every quarter, whatever you want. We're not trying to spam you. And help you understand where you're at, because we simply don't want sellers to lose money. And we also want buyers to make educated decisions as well. Thanks for watching this long and boring video. I've also written all this down below there. Some people like to hear it, some people like to read it, depending on how you learn or whatever else. And thank you for allowing us to be your trusted advisor. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon.